breaking news out of Israel. Hamas militants firing multiple rockets toward Jerusalem overnight and early this morning after hundreds of Palestinians were hurt during clashes with Israeli security forces at a holy site there yesterday. In response to the rockets, Israel has been attacking Hamas targets in the Gaza Strip, killing 24 people, including 9 children, according to health officials in Gaza. Keir Simmons has the latest. Keir, what sparked this violence?
Hey, Steph. Well, listen, we're just getting news that 2 Israeli women have died in the Israeli city of Ashkelon after those missiles were fired from Gaza. It's been a long-running escalation. Simmering tensions over East Jerusalem led to clashes between police and Palestinians. Then those rockets fired from Gaza, and now this Israeli air operation over Gaza. Steph, this morning, the international community, including the US, is calling for lowered tensions.
Israeli airstrikes continued into the early hours of this morning. 130 targets across the Palestinian Gaza Strip, Israel's military said, releasing cockpit video of the operation. Palestinian officials say 24 people, including 9 children, died. Israel says 15 were members of the militant group Hamas. A mother and her son were killed, this man says. Israel's prime minister declaring a red line was crossed with hundreds of rockets fired from Gaza, 6 targeting Jerusalem, and overnight 2 apartment buildings hit in Ashkelon. 3 were injured with different levels of severity, says this Israeli police officer. The attacks followed days of unrest in Jerusalem and the West Bank. The worst violence for years there. Confrontations between Israeli police and Palestinian protesters, with 700 injured, the Palestinian Red Crescent says. The mounting anger over threatened evictions of Palestinian families. International calls for calm ignored.
Deeply concerned about the rocket attacks that we are seeing now that need to stop. And need to stop immediately.
Palestinians demanding President Biden intervene.
Let him look at our system and see how Palestinians live under this brutal occupation.
This morning, Israel once again reverberating to the sound of retaliation and reprisals.
And Steph, Israel has just been hearing from Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who is saying we are in the midst of a campaign. Since yesterday, the Israeli Defense Force has been attacking has launched hundreds of attacks on Hamas and Islamic Jihad in Gaza. The Prime Minister of Israel is saying Hamas will receive blows here that it did not expect. Meanwhile, Stephanie, the Israeli Defense Minister is saying that they are bringing in 5,000 Israeli reservists. That will be seen as a signal of Israel's determination. Also a signal to Washington, though, to Steph, that this could still escalate further. Stephanie.
All right, Keir Simmons, we will continue.
الله فيكم يا شباب حسبنا الله يا سيدة
فليشهد العالم والتاريخ جوا المسجد الأقصى الأقصى، خلعونا جوا المسجد الأقصى. البيت ربنا يحميه يا الله.